Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense expert, joins us on the broadcast to talk more about this. Ali, we just figured out that the attacks on Ukraine by Russia have intensified. In fact, the southern part of Ukraine predominantly belongs to Russia at this point in time, and they've started targeting everything and everyone. There is no letting up by Zelensky at this point in time. The military-industrial complex, which is thriving on this war, continues to push him, continues to manipulate him to stay in this war. Poland, on the other hand, very recently, Ali, has said that they will not be supporting Ukraine as the war has started to affect the Eastern European provinces as well. Where do you think Zelensky is going wrong at this point in time? Because Russia doesn't seem to be backing out.
That's a very good question. The very fact remains that it is a war between Russia and America, a proxy war, I would say, with the Ukraine being used as a shield by America without America firing a single bullet. And America has been very, very smart. In fact, I would quote the Democratic Senate from US, Chuck Schumacher. He mentioned he's a major supporter of the President Joe Biden's pro-Ukraine policies. Well, President Zelensky had told him if we do not get aid from US, we would lose the war. And he spoke the truth. It's a fact. It is stating the obvious. Everyone knows this. Now, the US has spearheaded the Western support for Ukraine, as I mentioned, the proxy war, ever since February last year, 2022, with the Congress approving more than $100 billion in aid to Ukraine, which included $43 billion only in weaponry beneath. So the very fact is, where Zelensky is going wrong or what's happening, it is actually America, US, they are giving full support to Ukraine and seeing them, all the other members, the NATO countries, many of them, in fact, Germany, UK, many of them have pledged support for Ukraine. Now, as Poland says, we would not be supporting Ukraine because the war is affecting the other European countries, and it is. It really is. When the war had started, initially it was a military action, right, by President Putin, quoting it as a military action, and he went in February 2022. So the southern part of Ukraine, when you talk about, say, it is, yes, no doubt about it, that their ethnicity is very similar to the Russian. In fact, you talk about the Donbass, you talk about Donetsk. They are very ethnically aligned towards Russia. They dress up like Russians. They have same culture, same eating habits. They speak the language. They are almost like that. So, and even in Crimea, in fact, when Russia had annexed Crimea, I mean, at the end of the day, they had annexed it. Now that's debatable whether they should have or they should not have, but they annexed it. It became a part of them. So now, the very fact it will go on like this, unfortunately, till Joe Biden, till America, till he decides where the war should be going on till. Otherwise, the poor Ukrainians are going to be suffering because they all have. One thing I commend President Zelensky, in fact, he had the motivational power, being the orator that he is. The people are up totally. Their morale is high, despite getting, they have suffered a lot. They've suffered a lot in casualty, but yet they are willing to fight. And when they are people supplying them, the Western powers are supplying them with the arms, ammunition, with weaponry, they are ready to fight. In fact, initially, President Zelensky had taken out a decision that all the criminals from jail, they would be released, and everyone's going to participate in the war, and everyone joined in. But a war, a destruction, it will only get the economy behind from both sides, from Russia also and from Ukraine also. It will not help anyone. As our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, had said some time back, when the war had started, that war se kisi ka fayda hoga nahi, sabka nuksan hi hoga. There's going to be defeat. At the end of the war, a mother will wait for her son, a father will wait for his son, a brother will wait for his brother, a friend will wait for his friend. It will be politicians who would shake hands, who would suffer. And then there are soldiers who are being martyred over there, and the soldier fights not because he hates what is ahead of him, but because he loves what is behind him.
Absolutely, Ali. Absolutely. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much.